Questions surrounding the death of Air Force veteran Ashli Babbitt on January 6th. They've remained unanswered, but now Judicial Watch is suing for the records of her death. Joining us now is President of Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton. Tom, thanks so much for joining us today. Tom, what sparked you to sue D.C. for these records?
Well, there were many questions about who killed her, what were the circumstances of her death, was the shooting death of Ashli Babbitt appropriate under law, and just basic information. Congress wasn't giving it to us, so we thought the D.C. government, which runs the D.C. police and was presumably investigating this death as a district police agency, might have information. We got the first batch of documents from the Office of D.C. Medical Examiner, which show there was a request to cremate her body just 2 days after they took custody of her body. And interestingly, the documents show they knew how she died, and that it was a homicide as soon as January, I think, 12th or 13th. Yet we weren't told about how officially how she died and how the others died that day until April.
Tom,
so why the delay? Well, we know what the delay was. We know what happened in that period of time, which was the crazed impeachment of President Trump.
Tom, who requested to have her body cremated?
That was the Office of Medical Examiner that filed the application. I don't know if the family was involved or not. There's some suggestion that they did want her cremated. The question is, when was she cremated, and was she cremated before a full analysis and investigation of her death could have been done?
Yeah, Tom, you said that the lack of transparency in the killing of veteran Ashli Babbitt in the U.S. Capitol is unprecedented and obviously political. Do you think Capitol Police are trying to cover up her death?
Well, the fact is they are covering up the circumstances of her death. Any other major police agency, it's now how many months later, 6 months later, over 6 months later, we still don't have the name of the officer who shot her?
Yeah.
We don't have one report on her death? What is going on?
Yeah.
What is Nancy Pelosi hiding? This is the Capitol Hill Police. It's a creature of Congress. Nancy Pelosi is responsible here. This is a political decision. And on the D.C. side, the delay of her death smacks of politics. Look, any political figure, any death arising or relating to politics in Washington, D.C. is almost invariably derailed or impacted in a way that undermines confidence in the investigation here in D.C. It happens time and time again, and Babbitt's death is no exception.
Yeah, Tom, I mean, you mentioned we still don't know the name of the officer who shot her. We don't know why it's being hidden. You're saying it's political. And shouldn't her family and the public have the right to know? Because I've never heard of this where, the family doesn't know, the officer's name.
Yeah, we sued for documents, and then the family a few weeks later sued as well. So the family's in court, too, separately. This is a major issue. And there's this big January 6th select committee that's a partisan one-party investigation. Is this part of the investigation? What's interesting is that Nancy Pelosi needs to be asked questions. The police department needs to be asked questions, and no one seems to be willing to do that. We're just having to do the basic work that Congress or the government might otherwise do. The Justice Department looked at this death, decided not to do anything. Where are those documents? Where's the analysis there? To me, look, the fact that anyone was killed on the Capitol, namely Ashli Babbitt, they don't want, that murder, that killing, that homicide to distract from their political agenda, which is to use January 6th as a vehicle to attack their political opposition, namely the Biden administration and his allies in Congress. So, to me, that's the reason for the delay. Yeah. I mean, there's no law enforcement reason for the delay.
Right. Yeah.
And certainly in light of police practice, can you imagine any other major big city police agency being able to get away with what the Capitol Hill Police have been able to get away with, and the politicians who run the Capitol Hill Police? People worry about Lori Lightfoot in Chicago or de Blasio in in New York, about the management of the police up there. What about the management of the Capitol Hill Police that resulted in the death of Ashli Babbitt that we don't have basic information on?
Yeah.
Now, question is, will we get the information and will Congress turn it over separately?
Exactly. All right. Well, we thank you for your time. Tom Fitton, keep us posted. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.